I know that there was one time when I was reading a series and the lead character was described as having blonde hair. And 3 or 4 books later, I'm reading that she has dark hair, and I'm thinking, did she dye her hair? And wondering, did the writer make a mistake? Did I remember wrong? It was never important. It was just mentioned. And so, in anything, whether it's a book or a screenplay, it's pretty important for us to remember that it's about the essence of a character because we all have imaginations. And until it's on the screen and it's showing us something, it's only what's important. It's only so that we don't get a shattered image. We've read that in books too, where we've had the description and we've been with this character for 40 pages, and then all of a sudden something comes out about that person's green eyes, and it's like I was totally picturing a brown-eyed beauty here.
Yeah.
That was what was in my head. You just shattered that. And so it's very much like that, where it's like when we first meet the character, we want to know the essence of who they are and only what's important, what will come up later. And things can come up later depending on how we're telling the story, as long as we're not letting people form an image that will shatter that we find out later. Mostly we want to find out things about their past or something. That'll shatter things. It's like, oh, that's news. That's cool. We don't want it to be, oh, wait a minute. That's not how I pictured it.
Yeah, I think an interesting analogy between writing a book and writing a screenplay is when you hear stories about all the actors who were considered for a particular part, and oftentimes they look really different. I was just reading an article about Bruce Willis and all the people who were considered for the lead role in Die Hard before he
Oh,
got the part,
yes.
and
Yeah.
very different appearing people, but they all had that kind of everyman battling the bad guys and willing to do what it takes. So I think it's a really interesting illustration. It's that every
Great
man
point.
battling the bad guys, it's important. It's not whether he has a receding hairline and a scar on his shoulder.